distance. You can all hear me, good. I'm going to talk this evening about twin trunk trees for the simple reason that that's what I was presented with. And it's not always straightforward. There are certain design principles on twin trunk trees which are based not only on aesthetics but also very largely on the horticulture, or on the way that trees would naturally grow in the wild. And it's really important to consider how two trees become one unit, as this. And normally, one tree will be older than the other. And what will happen is that can I flip this over? And I'll flip it back again later, I promise. What normally happens if you have a large tree and a younger tree will grow next to it. Now this younger tree will tend to grow outwards towards the light, away from the trunk of the top tree, of the larger tree. One mistake that a lot of people make when they're working on twin trunk trees, if I move that forward a little bit, then perhaps you can see it from the other side. One of the mistakes that people often make when they're working on twin trunk trees is to make both trees the same shape. And that's not really what happens in nature, because don't forget that this tree has got a canopy on it. And if you try and do the same thing with the smaller tree, you have to actually grow this trunk through the branches of the taller tree. And that never happens in nature, because the small tree just won't grow up through the taller tree because it can't get the light. What happens is at the top of the smaller tree, it will start to grow outwards. And so this small tree doesn't have what we call in bonsai the apex. What it will have at the top is something that's shaped rather like the branches of the taller tree, so that the whole unit acts as visually as one tree. The canopy is shaped in the traditional roughly triangular form that a single tree would be shaped in, but the branches are supported on two separate trunks. Now on this particular piece of material, fortunately we have trunks of two different thicknesses. So clearly one of them is destined to be, this one here is destined to be the younger of the two trees. Therefore it has to be shorter. And according to this, it also has to be growing out from the major tree. So the first thing we need to do is to change the planting angle somewhat. So the major tree is growing more or less upright, and the smaller tree is growing away from it. And that is easier said than done. So I really need to be able to support it at that kind of angle. So I think really the easiest way to do that is probably to take it out of the pot and just lodge it on top. It's great making a mess on the carpet. Thank you. So that's roughly the sort of planting angle that I think would suit this.